It's Steve from my Shady Squad. I know it's you, motherfucker.
Beat up, bum, bum, running through the night we come. Beat up, bum, bum, follow if you want me one. You can find me on a skylight, stomp my feet and I go bye-bye. Floating through the elevator of my mind's eye, I'm fine. Feeling dizzy like a rascal, baby, I'm grime. And if you wanna square up, then I am Einstein. Taking gravity bongs back at high times. Find me on a weeknight, middle of a street fight, smoking on a peace pipe, trying to get my teeth fixed, right? I'm to make it the ace, breaking records of pace. And I need another win like the devil needs a fireplace. Smoking in the back room, sitting in the black tomb, screaming in the quiet place, hoping they'll come back soon. Fuck it, man, I'm tired, mate. It's really pretty pointless when you're sitting at a higher rate. Looking for a hideaway, smoke some and hibernate. I am great. Beat on, bum, bum, running through the night we come. Beat on, bum, bum, follow if you want me one, want me one. Beat on, bum, bum, running through the night we come. Beat on,
Bitches calling my phone like I'm locked up non-stop. From the plane to the fucking helicopter, yeah. Cops pulling up like I'm giving drugs, nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. Bitches calling my phone like I'm locked up non-stop. From the plane to the fucking helicopter, yeah. Cops pulling up like I'm giving drugs, nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. Ayy, shorty with the long text, I don't talk, ayy. Shorty with the long legs, she don't walk. Yeah, last year I kept it on the tuck. Ayy, 2020 I came to fuck it up. Yeah, I want a long life, a legendary one. I want a quick death and an easy one. I want a pretty girl and an honest one. I want this drink and another one. Yeah, and I'm troublesome. Yeah, I'm a
What's up, guys? Good morning. How are we doing this morning? We're back here with more Cyraxx nonsense. Cyraxx jumped on Facebook overnight to play a little show as we predicted he would the next swing of his cycle after pretending to be smug and it didn't work out. He went to play a little show and then whine about the trolls and then made another video telling everybody why he's so strong and why he has to keep fighting against the trolls for the rest of his life. So, you know, as always, guys, we got videos to watch. So let me put up the Cyraxx and let me put up the Fly. And as always, guys, let's check it out.
What is up, everybody? I know it's like 3 in the morning, but do you really think I give a fuck? Hell nah.
Yeah, I know, it's 3 in the morning and you don't give a fuck at all about your grandmother or anyone in that family that has to sleep. You just do your stupid shows because you don't care about anyone but Cyraxx and pretending you're famous.
We out here doing our motherfucking thing, boys. Ladies, gentlemen, no weirdos, all y'all crazy motherfuckers, we out here doing our thing tonight, man. But I figured I'd pop on and do a cover show. Hang out with y'all like usual. Besides, I like pissing off the trolls when I do my shit. It's
hanging out with you like usual. Cyraxx has no friends and he actually thinks doing his shitty little cover shows is hanging out with people and having a social life. Delusional.
funny. I love watching them get triggered while I'm slowly becoming successful again. And they're sitting back running their mouths. So I figured I'd start this shit off the right fucking way. So we're gonna kick this show off like this. Start off a little bit differently with one of my personal favorite artists. Now, you see what I find funny, ladies and gentlemen? And the reason why I do these songs and why I do this stuff isn't just because, you know, I enjoy entertaining you people. I enjoy, you know, doing music and hanging out with y'all, man. I enjoy that. But another reason why I do it is because I love making the trolls pissed.
Yes, he does these shows because these shows really upset the trolls. I mean, they don't make him look stupid. They're not totally for his own ego. And he doesn't make himself look like a talentless goober the entire time he does another one of these stupid shows. It totally pisses off the trolls when Cyraxx shows what a genius musician he is.
I love watching them squirm and get mad. Because they know that they can never get to my level. You know, kind of like Steve from Machete Squad. How he always puts that little fly around my fucking head in his stupid little videos.
I know. I'm not gonna make a big deal about it, but it's just the fly. He doesn't like the fly. Excuse me, I'm choking on my vape. He doesn't like the fly. I'm sorry, Cyraxx. I like the fly. The fly's staying.
You're fucking dumb, dude. And by the way, to Steve from Machete Squad, that fly thing you got buzzing around my head all the time in your videos, is that your brain cells or is that just your... See, what I find funny about a lot of y'all trolls, man, is a lot of y'all motherfuckers like to run your mouth, but really you ain't doing shit. But I appreciate y'all watching my shit. Even if you hate watch, hey, it's still free views, motherfuckers. You know, the one thing I want...
Two from Greasy Programmer. Put some more respect on Philip's name, Rax. Yeah, put some more respect on Philip J. Fly.
I'll admit that I do find it hilarious. There's not a lot of people love to hate watch.
It's time for you to get your reading superpowered. So stop straining your eyes and start listening instead. I have to do a lot of reading.
My brother, man, I find it so hilarious that a lot of trolls love to hate watch my shit. But yet they think that I pay attention to what they say, but really I don't.
He doesn't pay attention to what we say, guys. He doesn't pay attention to what we say, but somehow he's deeply disturbed by the gif of a fly over top of his face. Yeah, but he doesn't pay any attention, guys. Remember that. He doesn't pay attention. He doesn't watch any of the videos, but he knows about the fly.
Maybe I fucking laugh at what they say. I don't even really pay attention to it at all. Like, yeah, I'll look at it and read it, but I don't even pay attention to it like that.
Well,
so
no,
why
he's
they
asleep
continue
right
to hate watching
He's asleep right now, but he'll watch it as soon as he wakes up, guys. As soon as he wakes up.
post shitty comments is beyond me, dude. It is far beyond me, dude. Like, I genuinely find it hilarious. Like, they actually really think they're actually out here doing shit. But really, they ain't doing nothing. This one right here is going out to my bitch next that's currently sitting in prison for touching her kid. And you know what's funny? Over the last few days, since finding everything out that I have.
Oh, here we got another, like, you know, here's how my life has changed, like, completely because something has happened in the past 3 days. My life is completely different now. I've learned all these lessons from Cyraxx that he says, like, weekly.
People have been coming up and constantly asking me, hey, how do you feel about her being in jail? Honestly, if y'all ask me, honestly, Kera deserves to rot in prison, man. She actually does deserve to rot in prison. After all the shit she did, she deserves that shit, man. Yeah, no thanks. You can take your gay shit somewhere else, man.
Just... You can take your gay shit somewhere else. I don't want any of your gay shit here. Good comeback, Cyraxx. You're in 3rd grade.
You got gay shit somewhere else, dude. But for real though, man. In all seriousness though, man, people constantly ask me, like, yo, like, you know, like, why do you bash on her when she's in prison, dude?
Yeah.
Like, why do that?
On Pride Month, of all months, Cyraxx is just, he's a monster. He's a monster. He's not an ally.
Oh, trust me, I got very fucking sick when I seen. I literally fucking puked my guts out for almost an hour straight just thinking about this shit. Because it's fucked up. Like, how you gonna sit there, be with somebody, be with Gretchen, let me take that back a second. How you gonna sit there and be with somebody that gave up their career for you, walked away from everything.
Gave up his career for her. Gave up his career. He didn't have a career, never made any money from it. He deleted a YouTube channel that got over 1,000 subscribers, largely because of Marty. Not because of anything he did, but yeah, he gave up his career for Kera. He was gonna go be homeless with her in Iowa.
For you, I want to turn around and fucking leave them and go with a meth head that ended your ass up in fucking prison. And everybody here lately has been asking me, do you regret being with her? Yes I do. Cause I know damn well I could do far fucking better.
Everyone's always asking me. It's always Cyraxx's code words for it. No one's ever asked me, but I wish someone would, because I've had this argument in my head a few times, and I really wish someone could hear the really snappy thing I came up with that would totally destroy her if she heard me say it.
I could do so much fucking better than that bitch. Yeah. And honestly, I know she ain't gonna have a smooth ride in jail, man. I know they are going to fuck with her so fucking goddamn bad it ain't even funny. Because that's what people like her fucking deserve. To be fucked with. Matter of fact, I got the perfect song to describe that bitch.
So you think you know Wix? Do you really? First up, we've got Shake video masks.
It's just it'll never stop being hilarious how bad he is with these ads, the way he tries to like introduce everything all like dramatically, but he didn't even like line anything up, so he has to wait for ads to like play. Like, I got the perfect song, guys, and here it is. Have you ever thought about signing up for Wix? We got a perfect opportunity. Like, what the fuck, Cyraxx? Why do you do it like this?
That is true, man. Kera was toxic, dude, for real. even the homie here, Sarah, aka Mindblown, shout out to you, Mindblown. Like, even my boy Mindblown here can tell you, man, I gave everything for her, man.
Yeah, you know, it is literally free. I don't know why. I don't know why he won't install it. I feel like he believes it when YouTube tells him, like, you're not allowed to use ad block. He's, oh, they're gonna come arrest me if I use ad block or something ridiculous.
Walked away from my career, gave up everything, dude. I mean, gave up every fucking thing. Like, I literally gave up every fucking thing for this shit. And what did she do? 1, threw it all away like a dumbass. 2, got with a piece of shit meth head. And 3, well, you see where she ended up because of number 3. Bitch is right where she fucking belongs, in prison.
Yeah, and she's in prison all because she broke up with Cyraxx and didn't respect his music career. This is what he's gonna tell himself and try to tell the trolls forever. He'll never drop it. He'll never accept the reality that it has nothing to do with him because he thinks he gives him a win to sit here and harp a lie that wouldn't even make him a good guy even if it was true. It's ridiculous.
You know, whoever keeps on saying that I was going to adopt Callum, y'all need to fucking stop mixing my words up, dude. When I said about Callum, what I actually said was this, that I wish I could adopt him. I wish I could, and that if I had the chance, I would.
Good comeback, Cyraxx. Nobody thought you were actually going to. No one thought you were actually going to. They knew that was going to happen. Everyone said exactly what you said. You sat here wishing you could, and that you would if you could, and that you wanted to, and that it's weird and creepy, and that the state would never allow it, and it's never going to happen. And it's ridiculous that you would even say that knowing that the state would never allow it to happen, knowing you have no way to support it. So stop mixing up everybody else's word and try to pretend you're fucking smart here and say, oh no, I never said I was going to, I said I wanted to. That's what everyone thought you said, and it's disgusting and weird, and we know you're not going to because you can't and the state would never allow it.
Meaning, if I could adopt that boy, I would in a fucking heartbeat. Because that boy was basically my son. And I would gladly adopt that boy in a fucking heartbeat and raise him the right way, the way that his mom should have raised him, but fucking didn't. Instead, she bounced around from guy to guy to guy, and he never really knew, you know, he doesn't, unfortunately, have that father figure in his life because of her no more. But you know what's funny? When she was with me, I was that father figure. I was that dad figure for him.
No, you weren't. You're a delusional little moron who's never left your grandma's attic in 10 years, who sat on Discord calls in a fantasy world where he pretended to be the father of a girl he was dating across the country they had also never met. And now he's sitting here talking months later about this child that he never knew, like he was their father, because he's a delusional little idiot who's never going to amount to anything in his life. So the only thing he has is to cling on to these ridiculous delusions like he was a father of a boy he never knew, because that is the height of accomplishment that he will ever get to in his life, is to be the faux father of a boy he never met, because it makes him feel good even though he's never done anything for the boy.
And I'm proud to say that I was. I'm proud to say that I got the opportunity to be a dad. And honestly, for all y'all young kids out there that haven't been parents yet, I hope that you guys get to experience it. Because let me tell you, man, whether, it's as a step parent, whether it's as biological, it don't matter. I hope that y'all get to experience it. Because let me tell you, man, it is literally the most amazing feeling in the fucking world. And
Listen to this delusional little idiot try to tell people like how rewarding it is to raise a child. You never met the child. You didn't pay for the child's education. You didn't feed or clothe the child. You didn't teach him how to do anything. You sat there in a little delusional world pretending that you're a father because you're dating a girl that you never met. It's disgusting that you actually sit here and think you can tell people what it's like to be a father when you have no idea what it's like to be a father. Number one, because you weren't a father as a child, and two, because you never had a father growing up. You don't know what fathers are like. Maybe that's why you convince yourself that you're a father, just because you sat on Discord, because you have no concept of what fathers actually have to do, because you've never met one in your entire fucking life.
I promise you that. You have kids of your own, you won't regret it.
Sorry, I missed two from Frostbit. Cyraxx reminds me of Wayne D from South Park. TMI. That is true.
Trust me. It is an experience that I wish everyone could experience, man. It really is. But like I said though, that bitch got what she deserved. And on Friday, I will have more details about everything going on. I will have every single solitary detail, so that all of us, haters, not haters, trolls, non-trolls, can expose the fuck out of her ass. Because what the bitch deserves. That bitch fucking deserves it. But with that being said, y'all, I am about to pass out for the night and crash. About to kick it and chill, maybe watch a little bit of TV or something, and I'll catch y'all in the morning, man.
And then instead of actually going to sleep after his 3 a.m. concert, Cyraxx stayed up for a few hours and then made another video whining about the trolls, trying to inform them why he keeps fighting against the trolls, why he's so big and strong as he whines about the trolls yet again, as he has done every day for the past couple of weeks, as he does at least every day for the past several months to years, as he loves to do, as the only thing he does. Instead of going to sleep and doing anything responsible with his life, he continues making videos whining about the trolls. So, as always, let's check that one out, guys.
Morning, everybody. So, I'm here to say something, and I don't care what any hater has to say.
Oh, it's amazing. He starts a video saying he's going to say something that's going to piss people off, but he doesn't care. What a brand new note from Cyraxx. What's something amazing from Cyraxx? Groundbreaking. He's finally going to uncover the truth, and he doesn't care what anybody thinks. It's amazing. He's never started a video like that every day. Fucking Christ. Get a goddamn new note, Cyraxx.
After my live stream earlier, I was sitting down thinking about it, and God told me that I needed to make this video, so here I am. Y'all motherfuckers sit here every day.
He's talking to God now. God told him he needs to make this video. Despite the fact that literally yesterday, he was sitting here saying he talks to the devil. He's one and the same with the devil. He's demonic. Now he talks to God. He's not delusional. He's not a ridiculous joke of a human being saying stupid things trying to get attention.
Every day. run your mouth about me. You know, all y'all trolls, you sit here, run your mouths about me every day in your little groups.
Oh, God.
On Facebook, you know, in your little groups or whatever, on Reddit, on everything. And see, y'all have it in your heads that what you guys do affects me mentally. But it doesn't. Emotionally, yeah, it sucks. But at the end of the day, y'all's opinions are just that. They are opinions.
Yeah, they don't bother him at all. This is why he's going to make yet another video at like 4 a.m. as he's done every day for the past week, whining about the trolls, whining about how they're not nice enough to him. And he's going to tell us, well, you think you bother me, guys? You think you really bother me? No, you don't bother me. Listen to me whine about it for a half hour.
They are not fact. If they were fact, there would be some sort of credibility behind it. But there's not. See, all y'all have this perception that I'm this evil.
We got 5 from the dildo consequences. Cyraxx, God told me to make this video. God, for my sake, take a bath. And yes, absolutely. Sorry, Jay, the flies are bothering. Okay, let's go back to the single fly. I know it's really distracting. There's too many flies.
Fucking person. Okay, if I was evil, let me ask you something. If I was evil, then why did I call out my ex Kera Grieve on the shit that she did? If I was so evil, then why do I promote men's mental health?
Cyraxx, you called out Kera because you're an evil little asshole, and the second anyone sees any kind of hard times and you don't like them, you sit here and gloat and try to ruin their life more because you're a terrible, terrible person. That is why you did that. And you don't promote men's mental health. You whine about how sad you are about the trolls and try to tangentially connect it to men's mental health to try to make it seem like it's about anything other than yourself. You don't give a shit about men's mental health. You don't donate to any charities. You don't do anything to promote anything besides your stupid shows about yourself and your battles with the trolls. It's all about you and your stupid ego.
Why do I promote and advocate for mental health? If I'm such an evil person, then why do I have...
Because it's really fucking easy to sit here and pay lip service and say, oh, I'm an advocate for mental health. I totally support mental health when doing absolutely nothing other than sitting in your grandma's attic and making whining videos every day of your life. It's very easy, so you chose that route to make yourself feel good and tell people you're a great person while doing absolutely fuck all with your time and your life.
Several people in the Cyraxx Nation that see what I'm doing, that actually enjoy what I do. See, it's funny, y'all trolls sit there and say like, oh, you don't have any fans, nobody likes you, blah blah blah. Yeah, I do. And I'm in the group chat with every single one of those motherfuckers right now. Go to my homie Delon, what's good, bro?
Yeah, Cyraxx thinks because he's in a group chat with a couple buddy trolls telling him he's actually a good guy and a talented musician, that this is now proof that he is a good guy and a talented musician, despite the opinions of literally 6,000 people on Facebook, 6,000 people who subscribe to Steve, the untold tens of thousands who subscribe to N-Word Boy and William, and the other people who make videos on Cyraxx talking about what an awful, awful person he is. He's got 3 friends in a Facebook private chat group, and that means he's actually a good guy and he's an advocate for mental health, and we all have to respect him.
You know, it's funny, you trolls sit there and say that like, oh, you're not a real fighter.
Probably.
You suck at fighting, you get your ass kicked. In what way?
In the way that when people smack you, you fall to the ground and cry like a little girl. Whether it be Marty, or AOM, or Low T, you're a little boy and you can't stand up to men, and you get your butt handed to you every time, and it's on video every time. So in that way, Cyraxx, in that way, can you not fight? Can you not stand up for yourself?
What way do I get my ass kicked? Physically, sure. But every man loses a physical fight every now and then. But mentally, I never lose.
Cyraxx, physically is the only way you can lose a fight. Physically is the only way to lose a fight. You're just delusional and you're trying to create a reason why you're the winner despite the fact that you lost every fight you've been involved in. Because you're delusional and you can't stand the fact that you took a loss. So you try to create these fantasy worlds where it's not a loss. It's still a win because you didn't back down. You kept whining afterwards.
I have not lost one mental battle. Yes, there were times where I came close, but I didn't. See, you guys have it in your heads that I'm the most awful human being in the world and that I can't fight. Alright, if I can't fight, then let's see you trolls take my position. Let's see you fight the mental battles that I fight. Well, let's switch roles and I'll attack you. And
Number one, Cyraxx, you do try to attack people. You try to attack people all the time. Like, you try to attack me in your little video earlier, whining about the fly and insulting me. And most people, like I did, just laugh at you. Just laugh at you. And that's what most adults would do when someone tries to attack them online. Only you sit there and see this as some battle you now have to fight because someone made fun of you online. Now you have to fight the battle. Could you imagine trying to fight it like me? No, I can't, because I would never do something as stupid as that, Cyraxx. I would just laugh at someone making fun of me or calling me out and move on with my life. Because that's what adults do. But you're not an adult. You're a ridiculous little boy. You can't handle the fact that people don't like you online. So you have to kick and whine and scream about it, hoping it's going to change people's opinions.
you could try to sit there and defend yourself. How about that?
We got 5 from Boperator Bill W. Cyraxx, you almost killed me. I was death rattling. Cyraxx, 5 minutes later. You didn't hurt me that bad, bitch. Yeah, that is exactly how that went down. He is such a ridiculous little man. 2 from Bassmaster, whatever it is. I can't move. Yes, that's exactly what he said when Low T smacked him in the mouth and he fell to the ground. This is the man who can't be beaten in a fight. Cyraxx.
Let's see what it's like to have 6,000 plus people fuck with you and try to mentally break you every day. Does it get to me? Yeah, it does sometimes. I'm not afraid to admit it. Some of the mental hell that y'all put through and all the emotional hell y'all put through, sometimes that does get to me. But that doesn't mean I give up or break. See, y'all have it in your heads that I'm not this superstar or whatever. And
we had 2 from Charlie. The Oceania hole is where I put the camera. You mean the ocarina hole? The ocarina hole is where I put... Oh, the ocarina hole is where I put the camera. Yeah, that is. That's where we hid the cameras. In the ocarina holes. The holes were already there.
Honestly, I don't claim to be a superstar. I claim to be a rock star. I claim to be a champion for the people like myself and those that look up to me. Why? Because I believe in doing good for people. I believe in helping people as much as I possibly can. Whether it's 1 people or 2 people, whether it's 100 people or 1,000 people, I don't care. I would rather have 10 real motherfuckers watching my shit than have 1,000 fakes watching my shit every day.
Yeah, we know. You'd rather hide in your delusions in your little hug box where only people who like you and tell you you're great and you're wonderful and you're a good person watch you. But that's not really how the real world works. You don't get to hide in a world where no one questions you and you're allowed to be a horrible person, and anyone who questions you for being a horrible person is kicked out of your hug box, and you get to stay there and be famous and be loved by the masses. It's just not how that works. You want to be famous on YouTube, you gotta accept there's people who don't like you and change and not be a horrible person, not just try to hide in your hug box with 10 fans who tell you what a great, wonderful artist you are. That's not gonna help you when Sally goes. That's not gonna make you able to tour around the world when you have 10 people watching you. How are you gonna tour across the world and support your family with 10 people watching you, Cyraxx?
At least I know those 10 real motherfuckers, those 10 real fucking people, actually take something good away from what I'm doing. See, at the end of the day, you trolls are sad with your lives.
Yeah, that's true.
You project and you try to act like
Well, I think it's because Tibbs told him to, or possibly Tibbs gifted him to him.
I'm the one projecting. But really, I'm not. I'm just out here trying to make an honest living. Trying to help inspire as many people as I possibly can. And you know, it's funny, you guys sit here and you make fun of me in your little groups and talk all this trash. And think that it actually affects me, but it really doesn't. Do I have my moments where it gets hard? Like I said, yes. There are times.
Yeah, it doesn't affect him. The mating call of the lol cow. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. As they make videos for hours and hours and hours daily, affirming to the world that nothing anybody says bothers them. As they point out thing by thing that was said that doesn't bother them. And they whine over and over and tell people, it doesn't bother me, guys. It doesn't bother him.
Times where it does get difficult. There are times where I do feel like giving up. When I do feel like walking away and saying fuck it. And giving up on life. And being a hermit for the rest of my life. But I don't let myself go that route. Why? Because
and being a hermit for the rest of his life. Like, as if he's not now. As if he's not now. He admitted he hasn't left his grandma's house for 2.5 years. He can't go outside because there's child locks on the door. Not that he has any reason to go out there. There's trolls out there. He has no money to buy anything. The real world takes money. Grandma's attic is free. Grandma's attic comes with free din-din every night. Made by Sally. Jesus. Like, yeah, we don't want to become a hermit. He already is a hermit.
I have too many people that depend on me. My friends, my family, and more important, those that actually look up to me. I know what you're thinking. Oh, nobody looks up to you. Yeah, there are. If I wanted to, I can name at least 3 or 4 people right off the bat, but I'm not going to. Because I want to keep their names private. Because I know that they can't handle the mental games that I can handle. They're not ready for that yet. And if you are somebody out there that is going through that.
But he only said 3 or 4 people, so I haven't. To our Ed and Sally. So he's got like Ed, Sally, old 45, and like one new buddy troll who's totally could back him up and tell him what a talented, special little boy he is.
I just want to say that I am genuinely sorry that you're going through this. If you are somebody out there that is being mentally screwed with and scrutinized and it's getting to you, I'm sorry that you have to go through that. I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. No one deserves to be put down. No one deserves to have their life ripped away. No one deserves to feel lower than dirt. At the end of the day, we are all human. We all bleed red. We are all people. And if I can help even just one person through any of my videos, whether it's on here, YouTube, wherever.
He actually believes doing this, sitting here whining about the trolls day in and day out, is helping people. This little delusion. This is how he helps mental health, or how he advocates for mental health. Sits here whining for hours on Facebook about how the trolls really just don't bother him. This is how he's an advocate for mental health, doing nothing with his time other than whining. He really hopes this is going to help someone out there. How? Who the fuck knows?
It doesn't matter. If I can help even just one person, then I'm doing my job as a person. At the end of the day, if I can help even just one single person who could be going through something, then I'm doing my job. Because that's what I was put on this earth to do.
I thought your job was to be a music artist and tour across the world and be super famous. It seems like your job changes to whatever you feel like doing that day. Whatever's the easiest for you to do. If it's pretending you're famous, you'll do that. If it's pretending to be a mental health advocate and whine, you'll do that. Whatever's easiest for Cyraxx. If you want to be a drift king for the day, that's your career. It's very fluid. It's almost like you have no idea what you're doing. You're just making it up as you go along every day of your life into your 30s. and hoping one day it'll just magically work out if you keep just making it up as you go along.
It wasn't until a few months after.
Oh, we got 5 from Operator Bill W. His support, Ed, went high. Sally, old 45, CIA hole. We all know what the last 2 are. That is true. That is true.
When I started getting messages from people asking if I was okay. And that's when I realized that I had people that do care. And from then on, I started to, look at my life in a different way. I really started to look at my life in a very different way. And I started to look at it as, like, how can I start to rebuild my life? How can I start to rebuild what was taken from me? And slowly over time, I would build up and get stuff taken away. Build up and get stuff taken away. All leading up to this year. This year is my ultimate fight.
Yeah, remember back in January, he proclaimed 2025 was going to be the year of Cyraxx. Now, halfway through the year, it's gone horribly. He's lost his computer, his Xbox, 2 fiancés, according to him, a child that was totally his. But yeah, he's gonna build it back up, guys. He's gonna build it back up as he whines on Facebook without a YouTube channel.
This is my David versus Goliath fight this year. And all those years of going through that pain was preparing me for this moment to rebuild back up the proper way. It wasn't until this month that I found my people. That I truly found those that I can help.
Oh my God! It's been 8 years of this, but this month, since the beginning of June, he finally found the true friends who are totally gonna lead him out of this. And this time, they've been trolls every time this has happened. Every time for 8 years, dozens of times a year for 8 years, probably over 100 times this has happened. But this time, he met them less than a couple weeks ago. And they're his ticket out, and he believes it.
I found my community of people.
Oh, we got a 5 from Bo Ida. If Cyraxx could read, I'm pretty sure he'd enjoy a certain book made by a certain Austrian during a certain time in history. If only he could read. Yeah, it would be about his struggle too.
I found my people that not only support me, but who I support as well. I found my people that not only got my back, but I found my people whose back that I can have. I finally found the people that would fight and die for me just like I would for them. Because at the end of the day, I don't see myself as this massive, super famous person. I don't. I've never once saw myself as being super famous.
Cyraxx, you literally sit there on your streams trying to say you're a god to the trolls. I mean, how much more famous can you pretend to be than sitting there saying you're a god? And you do say you're famous. You say you're famous all the time. You say you're world famous. You have fans across the world. You're a ridiculous man full of hypocrisies and delusions. It's all you'll ever be.
Yeah, sure. A lot of people might know who I am. Cool. That's awesome. But at the end of the day, I've never put myself above anybody. Even the trolls. Because at the end of the day, we are all fucking human beings. Like it or not. We are all one race. The human race.
We got 2 from Greasy Programmer. Starving artist, been to jail, yells at Jews. Yeah.
At the end of the day, we all bleed red. And when we're all on our deathbeds looking back at life, we all will die the same way. We all end up in the same place, in a pine box in the ground. So what is the point of being negative towards people? Instead of tearing each other down, we should be building people up.
Cyraxx, you don't deserve to be built up because you act like an awful human being. You scream racial slurs and threats at anyone who does anything besides pump you up and tell you you're the greatest artist in the world who should be famous. You're a literal monster. You assault people and then cry like you're the victim. It's amazing that you sit here and go, why isn't anyone sitting here pumping me up when you act like a horrible person to everybody else? Why don't you Why don't you spend some of your time not being a little monster, and then you could turn around and go, why is everyone still treating me like a monster?
Instead of destroying someone, we should be building them up. Now, the monsters of this world, they deserve whatever hell they get. For prime example, my ex Kera.
Listen to him. First of all, he thinks he's the arbiter. He gets to decide. After saying oh my god, I can't speak. After saying no one should have to deal with this type of horrible stuff, but some people should, and Cyraxx is going to be the arbiter, and it's only going to be people who have personally offended Cyraxx. He's not a horrible person at all. Why would anyone say this guy is a horrible person as he again attempts to ruin the life of somebody who has wronged him by not blowing up his delusions?
Look what she did, and now she's in prison for it and paying for it. People like that, monsters like...
Oh, sorry, we got some super chats. 2 from Bo Eyed Up. Some of us die and go to Jewish heaven, Cuba. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Some people go to Cuba. It's a wonderful place. And 5 from Bo Eyed Up. Guess he's not on God mode right now. Starting to think he's got alters and Tibbs is just copying his Cyraxx. We got Cyraxx, Smugraxx, and Victimraxx. That is true. That is true. He's got lots of alters.
that deserve to rot in prison. They deserve to have their life snatched. They deserve to suffer. Because they are, at the end of the day, demons in human form. And the reason I say that is because people like that don't want to change their ways. They don't want to change who they are because they're too comfortable in their evil ways.
Says Cyraxx, a little boy who can't stop doing the same thing over and over in his grandmommy's attic for literally a decade. That's never gotten him anywhere. Everybody's told him he needs to stop. He needs to focus on getting a real job and focusing on a life plan. And he wants to do the same stupid thing over and over and actually sit here and tell people that they can't change. They can't stop doing the same thing over and over. What he's saying is, you need to start supporting me. Stop hating me over and over and stop supporting me. And maybe your life will be better because Cyraxx will be famous and somehow that'll make the world a better place.
They don't want to be uncomfortable, to have that fight to be good again. And those are the ones that I feel sad for. I do. Do I hate Kera with all my heart? No. I don't hate her. But I'm not happy with her, I'll tell you that. Am I disappointed? Yes. 100%. 1,000%. I am angry with her, and I am very, very disappointed in her. Why? Because I thought she was a better mom than what she is. I thought that I knew everything about her, and she lied to my face. But at the end of the day, I'm not the one that has to live with what she did. She has to live with herself and what she did. She has to live with that.
Keep in mind, Cyraxx is not talking about her having to deal with the responsibility for her criminal actions. Cyraxx is saying she has to live with the fact that she doesn't get to be with Cyraxx anymore because of what she did by leaving him. He thinks that is the greatest punishment in the world. He thinks not being able to be with him, well, that is the greatest punishment. She's just gonna have to live with it now because she made the world's biggest mistake.
She has to live with all her mistakes that she made, that she did, that she fucked up on. Not me. I've already atoned for all my sins. I've already, even though people don't want to admit it, I've already moved on past my sins. I've already moved on and, atoned for my mistakes. And all those years of atoning for my mistakes and my sins and my wrongdoings, me getting built back up like I am right now, slowly.
Listen to him. First of all, he thinks he can lie and say he has atoned for his sins. He has not atoned for anything because, number one, he never admits to it. He always lies and creates a reason why it's someone else's fault for everything he does. And number two, he continues to act like the horrible person he's supposed to stop acting like after he atones for his sins. So he hasn't atoned for anything, but he wants to sit here and say, yeah, I have, so, this is how we move on afterwards because, you just have to believe me, I have.
Is my reward from the big man upstairs. Because like they say, and like the Bible says.
Oh, hold on. Got a super chat from Bo Eyed Up. God's greatest gift he'd given to me is being far away from Cyraxx. And Cyraxx, your atonement begins with the minute Sally drops. a lot of atonement. Yes, he will. He will see how harsh the world is when mommy isn't there to provide him a hot plate of food every night from his safe, warm attic. But, you know, we'll get there eventually.
God rewards those who wait, those who are patient, those who work hard. You put good out into this world, you get good back. You put evil in this world, you get bad stuff back. And me, I've done nothing but put good out in this world and try to expel the evil of the internet, such as the troll community.
I've put nothing but good out in the world. This is something Cyraxx actually just said. The man who has literally tried to do almost every crime you can imagine, at least the ones you can accomplish through the internet, who said every horrible thing he can think of just to stop streams that he didn't like, actually sits here and says, I've tried to put out good in the world. You never put out good in the world. You never even tried to do anything except for inflate your own stupid ego, Cyraxx.
Kiwi Farms, the Facebook group that's always after me. I try to expel that because that is pure evil at its finest.
Yeah, literally, two things that only directly affect Cyraxx. A Facebook group he doesn't like and Kiwi Farms, a post about him. Literally, that is Cyraxx trying to help the world, is get rid of two things that he doesn't like that talk about him.
That is pure, unadulterated evil. And because I tried to do good, God saw that and rewarded me. Rewarded me with my fan base. Rewarded me with a community of people who I am proud to call my fans. And
like, this is pathetic. He's got like 3 buddy trolls in a private Facebook or Discord group, and he's sitting here, God rewarded me with a fan base that's totally gonna make me famous. Cyraxx, you're gonna make $0 as you always do. These idiots are gonna laugh at you and giggle as they make you dance in their private group. And then it's gonna end when William doxes all of them and they run away, and you're gonna cry about, why do you guys always ruin my friendships?
my friends, and not only that, but he rewarded me with a second chance to rebuild my life back. And I'm not going to waste that second chance. I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to do everything I can to rebuild myself back to who I used to be before I started getting attacked, before I started becoming everybody's punching bag. Because that's what God intended for me to do. He intended for me to rebuild myself back, become who I used to be, so that I can go out into the world and I can help those that need it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to play, you know, like, oh, I'm...
We got 5 from Charlie. When did the God arc start? Oh, he's been watching Didi because of your videos. No, he's been doing the God mode thing for a while. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he's been watching Didi. I doubt it.
I'm the ultimate God, or I'm the ultimate prophet who can help you. No. I'm only human. But if I can do something to help as many people as I can, then I'm going to do whatever I can. Whether it's being a friend, being a brother, sitting down and listening, being that ear that somebody needs to...
Again, literally, the only thing Cyraxx can do for any human in the world is talk to them online or on the phone or on text message, because he can't leave the attic, can't go out of Sally's house, doesn't have any money to spend to help them, can't do anything because he has no skills. All he can do is sit there and say, I'll listen to you, and pretend it makes him the greatest man in the world, as if no one else can do that.
Listen to understand what's going on with them. And like I said, all y'all trolls can sit there and talk all this shit about me that they want. Because quite frankly, I say this, good, let them talk. Let the negative people talk. Because at the end of the day, what are they really doing with their lives? Nothing. Because there's one thing that...
Like, literally everyone who talks about you, Cyraxx, has a job. This whole idea that all the trolls are unemployed and they're just worse than you is just a delusion that lolcows tell themselves, just like in high school when Sally told you the only reason why anyone's mean to you is because they don't like themselves. They wish they were you. They wish they were as cool as you. It's just a delusion. Everyone has a job except for you, and that's why they don't like you, because everyone has to work their ass off, and you sit here in your grandmommy's attic whining in your 30s while she makes you dinner every night with no concept of what's going to happen when mommy isn't there to take care of you anymore.
I grew up being taught, and not grew up as a kid, but like growing up in, social media.
2 from Bo Eyed Up. Another invitation to keep trolling. Thanks, Cyraxx. Yeah, exactly. You grew up in social media. You're still a child. You're in your mid-30s and you think you're still growing up. That's how immature you are. That's how ridiculous you are. Most people in their mid-30s aren't sitting here going, oh, I'm still growing, guys. I'm still learning how to be a man. You're ridiculous and you have no concept of the world, and you're just playing stupid childish games trying to forget about the fact that you're completely unprepared for the real world.
Growing up in, learning certain aspects of business. One of my mentors that passed away, unfortunately, very recently, who I had the pleasure of working for, Michael J. Hacking, who...
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything disrespectful, but, Hacking was his mentor, and he used to work for Hacking. This isn't something stupid that... He doesn't do this every time someone passes and tries to make up a delusion, a story that never happened about them because they're no longer here to say it didn't happen. You're Cyraxx, you're ridiculous. He's not disrespectful at all in any way every time he does this. He used to work for Hacking.
Granted, he was a bit of a weirdo, but, he still taught me a lot. He was a mentor to me. He really taught me a lot about business, because I did work for him for a long time.
Oh, we have 2 from Faust. Imagine thinking listening to a friend is special. Yeah, I know, right? But it's the ego in Cyraxx. The first time in his life he ever thought to listen to somebody else. It was a change for him.
And the one thing that he taught me is this. Those that run their mouths don't usually get anywhere. Those that think that they know you, when they run their mouth about you negatively, they themselves don't even know themselves. Those are the ones that usually don't get anywhere. Those are the ones that become so ingrained in what they do that they can't move. They become stuck and they start turning tires. Why? Because they are too comfortable in their ways. They are too comfortable with attacking others.
Yeah, everybody else is just sitting there stuck turning their tires because they're too stuck in their ways. Meanwhile, Cyraxx is sitting in his grandma's attic doing the same thing he's been doing for the past 10 years, making zero progress, like spinning his tires with no idea to change because he's too lazy to change and too scared to do anything he hasn't done before because he's afraid of failure, despite the fact that his life is a series of failure. I guess known failure is better than unknown failure.
And eventually they dig themselves into that rut so much that they get stuck. And actually, Leo, that is not true. I don't just run my mouth. I walk the walk and I talk the talk. Just like I'm doing now. See, it's funny, Leo. People like you think that you know me, but really you don't. And you act like your opinion matters, but it doesn't. And I know you're going to say, well, you're...
2 from Faust. Tires are meant to turn, dummy. Yes, they are. They are.
Reading this out loud, yeah, so what? I'm making an example out of you. But does that mean that your opinion means anything to me? No.
Yeah, it only meant enough for you to stop your stupid little rant and point it out and respond to it. But yeah, no, it doesn't mean anything to you. Just like the trolls don't bother you as you sit here and whine about them again and again. None of this bothers you. Nothing. It doesn't mean anything to you. You're totally rising above as you whine about them on your daily whine.
Your opinion, what you think of me has no value to me. It doesn't. But I read it because I wanted to make you a prime example of what a negative person does. You sit there and you talk so much shit. And you run your mouths, acting like you know somebody that you've never met in your life. Yeah, sure, My life is documented out there. So fucking what? I don't care. What do you want, a fucking cookie? You want an award?
So is this his response to when he said, like, you don't know me, I do a lot of shit you don't know about? And we're like, no, you don't, Cyraxx. You tell us everything you do. So now you're like, oh, well, you know everything I do. Well, you think I care? Okay, good comeback. Where are we going with this?
You want a trophy? See, that's the difference between people like me, Leo, and people like you. People like you sit there in your little groups and you talk your shit and you gossip about people and you do this and you do that and you run your mouth. That's all you do. You sit there, you attack, you assume, you attack, you gossip. While people like me are out here making moves behind the scenes that you'll never know about. Even now,
And now he's going back to, I'm doing stuff behind the scenes you don't know about. As he tells us about it. He's not going to tell us what, but he's going to tell us that there's people who know about it, which means that they're going to tell people about it. I mean, I don't understand why he does this. I'm getting tired of doing this. It's so stupid.
Behind the scenes, I'm making boss moves behind the scenes that you guys don't know about. That you guys will never know about. Because one thing that Michael taught me, and this is for everybody else out there too. One thing that when I worked for Michael Hacking, one thing that he taught me is this. Not everybody needs to know what you're doing. Not everybody needs to know your moves. Some moves you make in silence. Moving in silence is your best ally.
But you're completely unable to do that. The second you think you have a plan, not even you've already done something that's going to beat the trolls. The second you think you have a plan that's going to beat the trolls, you come on and brag about it and tell them, oh, it's totally going to destroy you. You just wait and see. And then it falls to shit because either it was a bad plan or the trolls ruin it because you told everyone about it. So no, you don't ever do anything in silence. You think you do, but you never do.
Utilize it when you can, however you can, which is what I do. I move in silence. I don't tell everybody all my moves. I don't tell the whole world what I do every day. You know, it's funny. People think that I'm out here telling the whole world my every move. There's some moves that I make behind the scenes that you don't know about. There are certain people that know about those moves that I talk about amongst my people, that I talk about amongst my fans and my closest friends.
Yeah, he tells it to his buddy trolls, including CIA, and he's shocked when the trolls find out again. This is Cyraxx moving in silence, telling a few buddy trolls and expecting no one's gonna find out.
But those are the only ones that really know. There are certain people that I tell what I'm doing too because I can trust them. They are my friends, they are my brothers, my sisters, my family, my friends. My fucking fan base. And the thing that I find most interesting is this. Every one of you trolls.
Keep in mind, he just told us his new fan base he met in the beginning of this month. He's known them for 2 or 3 weeks. These are the people that he trusts with his new plans, to never turn on him, to totally keep his amazing new plans that's going to make him famous secret from all the trolls. He's a very, very smart gentleman.
Sits there and says that anybody that's kind to me or is nice to me is a buddy troll. That's not true. Some people are just genuinely good people, and they want to see me win. They want to see me do good. Like I said, there are certain moves that I am making behind the scenes that the whole world doesn't know about, that y'all trolls don't know about. Because like I said, I move in silence whenever I get the chance. And right now, I'm both moving with noise and with silence. And what I mean by that is this. When I tell y'all trolls something, that's just me setting up the battlefield.
Yeah, Cyraxx is playing 4D chess. Basically what he's saying is when he gloats about something stupid and it doesn't work out, you know, like he did the other day Like he did the other day, when he does all the time, when he says, you trolls do this or I'm going to destroy you, and it doesn't work out. He's just setting up 4D chess, and you don't understand what a tactical genius Cyraxx is. You thought he was failing over and over. No, he's just setting up tactical retreats, and you're falling for it.
That's me setting up my target. That's me setting up a win. That is me setting up where I can take aim. And I can sit back and relax because I know when I take aim at what I set up, then I won't miss my target. And me, I never move without purpose. Every move I make is calculated, cold, precise. Oh God. I never miss my mark. Everything I do, including this video, is intentional. There's a reason behind every move that I make.
And hundreds of people ended up dying and are now sadly
behind every step that I take. And that's what I mean. While y'all's little troll community is sitting there blabbing about, oh, he's doing this, he's doing that. Let's post his videos here. Let's post them there. Let's take his videos from him. Let's do this and that. Blah, blah, blah. While y'all are busy congregating and, keeping yourselves busy with, whatever it is you do, I'm over here moving in silence. Doing my job. Preparing myself for the future. And if you trolls can't handle that, then maybe you need to start making some life changes and make better choices in life. Because like I said, I know I'm not the baddest motherfucker on the planet. And not once have I ever seen one single red cent of what should be mine. I know I'm not a god. I know that I'm not the god. But even you trolls have to admit this. Without me, you wouldn't have any content. And if you don't have any content, you don't get views. And if you don't get views, you don't get paid money. And if you don't get paid money, you guys suffer. So I said, all y'all trolls can sit there and hate all you want. You can sit there and hate on me all you want. Make your little shitty comments or whatever. It doesn't faze me. I'm not fazed by it. You can talk shit about me all you want. I don't care.
Yeah, again, Cyraxx doesn't care. As he has reminded us for hours and hours daily, he doesn't care. That's the big takeaway from all his rants, that he just doesn't care, guys.
But me, I'm going to be over here helping out as many people as I can, doing what I can to help them out. No matter what that is, whether that's being a friend, being a brother, being, whatever I can be to help that person that needs me. Because that's what I was put on this.
Oh, we got two from Boperator. Moves in silence, physically can't close his mouth. This is true. This is true.
Earth to do was help people. Whether it be through my music, through live streams, and through artwork, whatever. I will do whatever I can to help those that I can. Alright? That is my job. That is what I was meant to do. And if any of you trolls can't handle that, then oh fucking well. I'm not slowing down for you. I ain't stopping for you, so you may as well just move on somewhere else. Because eventually I will be successful. Eventually I will get back to the point to where I was. And when I do get to that point, you motherfucking trolls won't be able to stop me. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, I won't be able to be shut down, period.
That is right. After nearly a decade here of abject failure, not a single person likes his music. He hasn't made a single cent off his terrible music. He's now got 4 buddy trolls that he's known since the beginning of June, and his fame is just around the corner. And how dare anyone say he's a delusional little idiot with no plans in life?
And like I said, am I slowly working my way back to that point every day? Yes. And I love the journey. I enjoy the journey. I love the hard work. But if you trolls can't handle that, then that's on you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to live your life, what to say, what to do.
After he spent a half an hour trying to tell people how to live their life, what to say, what to do, just do it all like Cyraxx, the amazing godlike human being.
If you guys want to have your opinions about me, fine, cool, have your opinions. But that doesn't mean I give a fuck. Just because you have your opinions about me doesn't mean I pay attention to it all the time. If at all. That's what I'm saying, I don't pay attention to it at all. What am I talking about? So to anybody out there that is going through that shit that I went through over the last 8 years, if you are going through that, man, I want to say that I'm sorry. I'm sorry that y'all are going through that. And I hope this video helps inspire you guys to get up and chase your dreams. And even when you feel like quitting, don't. When you feel like quitting, that's when you need to dig in deeper and deeper into what you want to do with your life.
Did he have to say digging deep? I mean, does he not know? Did he have to say digging deep? God damn it. I want to get out of here. God damn it.
You want to go to the gym?
Can I go home, guys? Can I just go home now?
You feel like giving out? Do more. Run that extra mile. Lift that, do that extra rep. Whatever it is you want to do, draw that extra picture. Draw that extra line for that art piece. Do whatever. But no matter what, don't ever stop fighting for what you want in life. Because the minute you give up, you're not only losing out on your dream and on your goals, but ultimately, you're cheating yourself out of a future. Don't cheat yourself out of a future. Keep fighting. Keep on going and just don't give a fuck what people say. Don't give a fuck about the haters. Don't give a fuck about the trolls. Don't even pay attention to what they say. If they say something threatening to you, just sit there laughing and be like, alright, cool, whatever. And
yeah, don't even pay attention to what they say. Just make, half-hour long whines at 4 a.m. on Facebook about how none of it bothers you. That's totally going to defeat all the trolls, guys.
then block them. That's all you gotta do. That's like the other day. Prime example, the other day, before I end this stream, the other day, I got a real long message from a hater, right? And I could have gone off and been an asshole and said shit. I could have, but I didn't. Instead, you know what I did? I said, ooh, look, a whole book on how you hate me. How unoriginal. Why don't you take that book and put it in the I don't care what you think of me pile. And I might get back to it later on, depending on how I feel. If somebody's negative to you, be a smart ass to them right back and then block them.
There you go. So that's Cyraxx's great advice for how to defeat the trolls. Number 1, show them you read their comment. Number 2, respond to it to show them that it upset you a little bit and you're trying to win. Number 3, block them to show that you're really upset and you don't even want to hear what they have to say because it really upset you and you're kind of pissed off. That is Cyraxx's goal or rule for how to beat the trolls, guys.
That's all you gotta do. These guys aren't as tough as they think they are. They're not. They might claim to be, but they're not. But with that being said, I hope you guys, I hope y'all took something positive away from this video. I hope you guys took something positive away from the show. If y'all did, be sure to smash that like button. And share this around with your friends and family, dude. And I'll catch you guys later on. Because I got stuff I gotta get done, so I'll catch you guys later on, man. Love you guys. As always, stay almost like positive. Keep being yourself. Love you guys, and I'll catch y'all later, man. Also, have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you guys are at. Hopefully y'all are having a good day or evening, wherever you're at in the world. And I'll see you guys later on, man. If this did help you, let me know. Peace.
Alright, well that was Cyraxx's stupid whine for today. Literally nothing new, just more. The trolls don't bother me, the trolls don't bother me, the trolls don't bother me. And we totally believe him this time, guys. But yeah, that's all I got for this one. I appreciate y'all coming by, as always. I will catch you guys at the next one. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day.